Our next reader tonight is a writer living in Madison, Wisconsin. His work has appeared in Bending Genres, had, Maudlin House, Rejection Letters, Misery Tourism, and the Bear Creek Gazette, among others. He was the winner of the 2019 UW-Madison Writers Institute Poem or Page competition in the category of literary fiction, and his unpublished novel, Bridgeport Nowhere, was shortlisted for the 2022 Santa Fe Writers Project Literary Award. His debut novel, Breakneck, or It Happened Once in America, is forthcoming from Anxiety Press in early 2023. He's also the author of the novelette, All Burned Down, forthcoming in October 2023 from Emerge Press, and his second novel, Awful People, A Ghost Story, is coming in early 2024 from Death of Print Books. He holds a GED from the Wisconsin Department of Public Institution and a BS in English Literature from Edgewood College, and he tweets at @Mitchel May. This is Scott Mitchell May. Take it away.
Hey, thanks for having me. I really do appreciate it. I'll be reading some chunks from a piece called Clicky-Thing, a modern product review of the Carhartt Relaxed Fit Wash Duck Sherpa-lined utility jacket with a 2 warmer rating. So I bought a Carhartt Relaxed Fit Wash Duck Sherpa-lined utility jacket with a 2 warmer rating, whatever that means. And that's where all the trouble began. I bought this jacket because up until around January 1, I'd been wearing my black, oversized Carhartt zip-up hoodie as a jacket, and I really like both the look and feel of it. First, it's baggy, and I essentially can forget I have an outer layer on when I'm wearing it. The cuffs are loose about the wrists, too, which as it turns out is something I value that I didn't realize I valued. Next, the hood is big and wide and doesn't hug the sides of my head, and when I put it up, I can kind of hide a little bit. I have found myself wearing this hoodie pretty much 24/7 since I got it, and have also been finding myself with the hood up more often than not, even while I'm in my house with the heat on. I am not opposed to setting the heat to a reasonable temperature, like some Midwestern males. That is not a source of pride for me, and neither is not wearing a proper jacket. I do like feeling comfortable, and that is, I think, the biggest issue with the Carhartt Relaxed Fit Wash Duck Sherpa-lined utility jacket with the 2 warmer rating. But first, I think I ought to tell you a little bit about how excited I was to get the Carhartt Relaxed Fit Wash Duck Sherpa-lined utility jacket with the 2 warmer rating. You see, lately I've been trying to only buy things that make me feel good when I see them. I've been stuck in the last few years in a sort of panic buying state when considering anything that I have to wear. It comes from years of working in a place where there was a certain expectation for how males dressed, and that expectation not fitting what makes me feel good and comfortable and confident. And it's not as if I was trying to wear sweats and flip-flops to the office, but my style, what I gravitate towards too naturally, has always had a bit of an edge to it. And as the years went along, that was just sort of eroded away. And this also coincided with meeting my wife, who got to know me in the great middle of that career, and thus only knew my professional look. But now I work in beer, and they don't care how I dress as long as it's clean and put together and not like outwardly offensive, which honestly is not too much to ask of adults. So I've been relaxing a bit back into my natural state, but it's been a journey. And I found myself panicking in stores because I no longer know what I like, but also because now there's a false expectation of what I like that my family is coming to realize is no longer the case. So for like 2 years, I'd just panic and buy stuff that fit the old paradigm and then be discontented when I got the stuff home and then had to wear the stuff. But the Carhartt Relaxed Fit Wash Duck Sherpa-lined utility jacket with a 2 warmer rating looked exactly like something I'd never regret buying. I ordered it and was very happy waiting for it. Between the time I ordered the jacket directly from Carhartt and the time it arrived, the weather had warmed up enough to stay somewhere between 25 and 30 degrees fairly consistently, which is not winter jacket weather as far as I'm concerned. I continued to just wear my hoodie for some weeks while my brand new Carhartt Relaxed Fit Duck Sherpa-lined utility jacket with a 2 warmer rating hung in the closet and, in all fairness, did look really cool. The problem arose after it got cold again. But another thing you might need to know about me, as some necessary context for this product review, is that I never try on clothes before I buy them. This used to be a huge issue back in the day when I used to have to go to stores and look for things I may like, and then purchase them and take them home. Moms and wives always want you to try on clothes before you buy them. And that is fair. It makes sense. But something about it makes me deeply uncomfortable. Maybe it's the small changing rooms. Maybe it's getting nearly naked in public. Maybe it's the feeling of being put on the spot and having to decide right then and there that this is something that I not only like, but would wear consistently, at least often enough to justify the cost. And what if it doesn't fit? I might be disappointing people waiting for me to try it on. Or what if it does fit but feels odd against my skin or pinches in at weird places and that makes me aware of the garment I am wearing and I feel odd while wearing it? And I am not sure if the awareness and discomfort simply stems from the fact that the garment is new to me and I am unused to it. And I can't keep up the wearing it because of how aware I am that I am wearing it when I am wearing it. It's probably that. Which is why I began ordering things I know I need online and having them delivered. I buy the same two pair of Dickies, one brown, one black, and Levi's about once a year on average. I can get t-shirts from Target because I'm either a Goodfellow medium or large, depending. This brings me to my product review of the Carhartt Relax Fit Wash Duck Sherpa-lined utility jacket with a 2 warmer rating. Okay, so like 3 or 4 weeks after I got the jacket, it got really cold in southern Wisconsin, like between -1 and 10, which is when I think it's appropriate to wear a winter jacket. And I was very excited too because this winter jacket had the looks of just like a beefed up version of my hoodie. And that's where all the trouble truly began. The first thing is that when looking at the Carhartt Relax Fit Duck Sherpa lined utility jacket with the 2 warmer rating, the sleeves appear to end in a loose cuff. This is ideal in a jacket for me because I do not like the feeling of things binding me at the wrist. However, what is not readily apparent is that the loose cuff is, in fact, hiding a much tighter cuff that is not visible when just looking at the jacket, and a person only can really tell it's there when they put the jacket on. Which, when I did that day, I was unpleasantly surprised. But I told myself this was okay. I'd spent a good amount of money on this jacket, and it had arrived weeks ago. And I'm pretty sure even if I could return it, I wouldn't because I'd feel awkward about it, and it would take me figuring out Carhartt's return policy, and then finding like a box or a bag or something, as I'd thrown the original packaging material away the day I got it. I made a conscious choice that I would deal with the wrist cinching in thing and live with it. But then I zipped it up. When fully zipped, the Carhartt Relax Fit Wash Duck Sherpa Line utility jacket with the 2 warmer ratings neckline comes all the way up to the chin. This is something some winter jackets do so that when the hood is deployed, it kind of sort of protects the lower half of the face as well, creating a sort of baklava, but not really. And in the Carhartt Relax Fit Wash Duck Sherpa lined utility jacket with a 2 warmer rating, what with its stiff outer material just sort of cinches and then pokes at the middle of the throat, especially when seated. When things are tight about my throat, it makes me feel like I have to puke. Couple that with the whole wrist cinch thing, and I'm completely aware that I'm wearing the jacket at all times it is on. But I persist. I decide I can just zip it up to the collarbone, leaving the top bit unzipped, and that does work in minimizing the whole throat choking sensation thing, but now I can feel the metal of the zipper on my neck, which makes me aware of the coat, but at least I don't feel like I have to puke, though it still feels a bit like being choked. It takes me 3 weeks of wearing the Carhartt Relaxed Fit Wash Duck Sherpa lined utility jacket with the 2 warmer rating to get used to it and forget that I'm wearing it. And that is when the trouble begins. Again. So I have this 40-minute commute to work. It's an odd commute as far as commutes go. I commute from the city to a small town where my office is. This gives me time in the car to listen to podcasts and stop at Quick Trip and eat boneless chicken wings for breakfast. I was pulling out of the Quick Trip when I grabbed the drawstrings of my Carhartt Relax Fit Duck Sherpa lined utility jacket with the 2 warmer ratings hood. I was doing this without thinking about it, and my hand followed the string up to the neckline of the jacket, still seeking, subconsciously, some solution to the whole not being able to zip the jacket all the way up thing. And that's when I found it. Just beyond the little metal ring of the Carhartt Relax Fit Wash Duck Sherpa lined utility jacket with the 2 warmer ratings hood strings fed through. A little plastic Clicky-Thing. I have theories on what it is. The most obvious is that it is one of those pressure spring button jobs designed to pinch the hood string and prevent it from coming out. But the string itself doesn't seem to be fed through it. Also, after countless moments of feeling compelled to touch it, it doesn't seem to have a top button, the top button one would depress to alleviate the tension. There is a hollowness to it, though. When pressed, over and over, it clicks. This seems to be its function. There's a matching Clicky-Thing on the other side, but its click is not as satisfying as the original Clicky-Thing. It's more like a misshapen odd bit of useless plastic stuffed into the jacket for no reason at all. So now, whenever I wear the jacket, I find myself clicking the Clicky-Thing on the left side of the hood, trying to suss out its function and failing. It's likely a manufacturer's error. It's likely I'm not supposed to touch it and play with it and become obsessed with it every time I wear the jacket. I can't wear the Carhartt Relaxed Fit Wash Duck Sherpa lined utility jacket with a 2 warmer rating without being completely aware I'm wearing the Carhartt Relaxed Fit Wash Duck Sherpa lined utility jacket with a 2 warmer rating. My wrists sweat. My neck feels like I'm being very lovingly and softly strangled to death by metal teeth, and my mind becomes a mess of Clicky-Thing possibilities. And when I take it off, I feel the sweet relief of freedom and understand what it must be like for POWs to walk free. Bottom line, if you want a winter jacket that's not too heavy but still does a good job of keeping you warm even through Wisconsin's bitterest of winter days, you could do a lot worse than the Carhartt Relax Fit Wash Duck Sherpa lined utility jacket with a 2 warmer rating. 7 of 10. I would buy it again. Thank you.